Week 34 Mounjaro results. Hi, my name is Kerry and this is my Mounjaro journey. So week 34 has been much better than week 33. I'm a lot better and things have been progressing really well in some ways and not so well in other ways. So I've had a really busy week. I've got the keys to my new house on Monday. I only received them at 3 p.m. And yeah, I remember looking at the property. I remember having the survey results and there is a lot that needs doing. So you can see that in the video here that I'm showing you. I'm walking through the front door. You can see that front garden's overgrown. There used to be a huge pine tree in that front garden that dominated the whole road, the whole street. So that's gone. And going upstairs, you'll see that there's lots of damp issues. The bathroom is ancient. The stairs are actually original to the property, which is from 1877, so Victorian. Then down in the lounge, that's got an original fireplace. Can't use it because the area is protected. So even though it was a mining area for coal, you can't put coal on the fire. So that needs converting. I don't want to take it out. It needs converting because I want some original features. Same with the staircase. And then there's a kitchen. Well, there's a sink and some panelling. And where the previous owners had a cooker was actually dangerous. So I asked them to move it because you can't have plug points over a cooker. It's a fire hazard. So yeah, I got them on Monday. So Tuesday was spent changing all the bills and utilities and council tax all to my name and then carrying on with my normal everyday work jobs that I need to get done. Then Wednesday I had to go over to my brother's house and deal with his issues there because his house is also getting done up and I needed to talk to the fireman who comes and does all the fires and chimneys. He's the same one that's going to sort out hopefully my Victorian fireplace, hopefully, fingers crossed, and decide on carpets, wood flooring, tiles, all that sort of fancy stuff, even though the property is a shell and they're only just putting the brand new roof and everything on it. Then Thursday I managed to get quite a decent walk in because I spent most of the morning in IKEA. So my car needed to go in for a service and there's a huge IKEA across the road from it, and there's also a tile depot around the corner. So I went to walk to the tile depot, had a really good look around there, got some ideas, some inspiration, and then again went off to IKEA. Great place for some ideas because they like design things in sizes of rooms, small room sizes as well. So I got some ideas, not only for my property but also for my brother's property when that's finally finished. And I also had lunch there. I am celiac, so I have to have gluten-free, and their gluten-free meal that day was sausages, mash and cabbage and leek. And it's the first time I've had sausages since I have been on Mounjaro in the December when I had a really bad reaction to that. And no reaction, no side effects. In fact, I've had no side effects at all this week. It has been a really, really good week. So when you think things are side effects, sometimes they really are a bug or an infection. So go and get it checked out. Don't think, oh, well, that's just one of those things. So definitely go and get it checked out. And then on Friday, I went back to the gym for the first time since my journey to the hospital the Tuesday before. Did a pretty decent workout, didn't push too hard. I didn't do much cardio, but mainly did strength training and kept my weights a bit lower than I would normally. But I got through it and then came back and did my normal day-to-day sort of job things that I need to get on with. And then Saturday morning, I was up early again, went off to the gym again, did another strength training workout. I moved my program around, so that was good. And then I went off and had a bacon sarnie or a bacon sandwich at a local church group. Met up with my cousin and my auntie and some other people and had a really good discussion. And then met up with a building, an acquaintance who is in the building industry, and received a huge shock about my property. He said a price that is not achievable, in my opinion. I wouldn't get my money back on that house if I were to sell it. I don't want to sell it, but if I had to sell it, I wouldn't get my money back, and I personally don't think it was worth it. So I've got other things to look at. So I need to get a structural engineering. I need to get different people in to see different things. And I've also signed up for a DIY course where I can learn to do quite a bit of my own stuff, like the labour work, that actually costs money. He quoted me something ridiculous of 20,000 just to clear stuff out. I was like, no, I can do a lot of that myself. So yeah. So that's where I am. And then today was weighing day, and I'll get back to the results just now. But normal Sunday sort of stuff, just doing a bit of housework and stuff, and then went for a lovely walk around Bakewell and trying to embrace positivity and look at other solutions. I'm looking at the positives of everything. So not the shocking news of what may happen. In fact, it won't happen. I know it won't. But anyway, so that's where I am. So weight loss with Mounjaro. So today I've weighed first thing this morning. As you know, Sundays is my official weigh day. I've still got to jab, but that'll be later tonight. So starting my weight loss journey, I started that at April 2024. Mounjaro I started in October of 2024, but my total starting weight was 100 kilograms or 15 stone, 10.4 pounds or 220 pounds. Last week I was down to 68.1 kilograms or 10 stone, 10.1 pounds or 150 pounds. This week, drum roll, I'm 68.7 kilograms. Yes, I have put on weight. So I have put on 600 grams. Last week for stones, I was 10 stone, 10.1. This week I am 10 stone, 11.5, which is an increase of 1.3 pounds. Same with pounds. Last week I was 150 pounds and this week I'm 151.13 pounds. Works out to same 1.3 pounds basically when you do all the mathematical stuff. So you can see that on my Shotzi chart where it shows where I took my injection. 10.1 pound or 10 stone, 10.1 pound. I can't be 10.1 pound. That's, some babies are bigger than that. Or 10 stone, 11.5. And again, I still got to take my jab. And then if you have a look at this chart here, it can clearly show you an increase in kilograms. And then I'll just go back to FitnessPal. Now I use FitnessPal because it's what the gym uses to connect to their app, so that's the whole reason why I use my FitnessPal, and you can see the increase there. So am I upset about this increase? Yes and no. I'm aware that my weight is fluctuating up and down at the moment, so I can see that. that I hit in 1st of June. I was 10 stone 12.3, and then I went up to 10 stone 13 pounds, and then I'm down to 10 stone 11.5 pounds on virtually the last day of June. So tomorrow will be the last day of June, but that means that I've barely lost a pound in the whole of June this month. So it really, really is slowing down, but that's to be expected. You know, I may have to now reduce my calories to be in deficit for my body weight, for my new body weight. And that's something you need to keep doing. You need to keep changing your calories to make sure that you are in that deficit to lose weight. Don't go seriously going down. You need to make sure it's all healthy, like use the Jamie Smith TDEE calculator to get the correct one for you. I don't use that because my personal trainer does, but if I hadn't got a personal trainer, that's what I would be using. So I'm going to look at that, reducing my calories down. But then again, it's a set point. Your body gets to a set point every now and then when you lose weight or when you gain weight. It gets up to so many pounds, or it loses so many pounds or kilograms, and it sets itself at that weight. Now, I haven't been this weight for years. The last time I were anywhere near this weight was about 2009. So my body is getting used to being here. So if I was maintaining, I'd be pretty happy that it's going up and down, up and down. But I still need to get down because I'm not in a healthy BMI. And I know BMI is not the B end, you know, of this journey. It shouldn't be what we measure ourselves with, because it's not really that healthy a way of measuring, but it is the only way we measure obesity currently. So that is what I'm judging it on. So this week I want to get back into hopefully doing more walking, because I haven't done that. I've only walked a few times. I usually walk every day. So I'm going to love you and leave you. If you've got any questions or any comments, or you want to tell me anything about your Mounjaro journey, stick it down in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye.